Alright, so I decided to go for streaming. Now I'm not expecting anybody to watch this, so I'm basically gonna pretend it's me making a video. But if somebody does join in, welcome. I mean, of course, you guys are not gonna see this, but I mean, for those who also in the future are watching this and might join in the future, thank you and welcome to the stream for the next time. Today we are flying a little different simulator. As you guys can see, we're flying Flight Simulator X, which is the Steam edition, of course, because who would fly the old version of it? And to be honest, I am trying to invest into Prepared, but right now I just don't have the finances at the moment. So I will not be doing that right now. I will not be buying Prepared for probably another couple months. We'll see. And yeah. Anyways, today we are flying hopefully from Vegas to LA with no problem, and if everything works fine, I'll go ahead and fly back as well. I have both flight plans planned and set. However, it doesn't mean I will do both flights. We'll see how time treats me. Alright, so we are doing the complete cold and dark, and then hopefully for the turnaround, if I do end up doing it, it is, I mean, obviously not a complete cold and dark. So we're going to try pushing FSX with the FS Labs to its limits, doing 2 flights back to back without starting the application new. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started here. Master switches, I can't speak either. Master switches are off, most selectors normal, gears down, wipers are off, voltage at least 25.5 volts, which is fine, battery 1 and battery 2. And the best thing about streaming is you get to see all the amazing mistakes I make. So pretty much, if this is in video format, which I think it will be, at least, or to maximum 4 hours, you will be able to see every little mistake I make that I try to hide in videos, but sometimes I can't. Anyways, weather radar is off, predictive wind shear system is off, external lights are off, ground power can come on, and we just wait a couple minutes here for everything to come up online. I don't know if you guys need the FPS counter, since I think there is one in the widget. So yeah, we're not flying online today. I decided not to yet. I just want to start things slow. And yeah. Okay. I also hope this streaming quality is fine. It says it's fine, but you never know. I hope when I move that I'll get better internet. We'll see. Not doing too well right now. Okay. Just gonna wait till literally everything is powered up. Alright. That looks good to me. Okay. Indications are good. That is checked. We're not going to start the APU, however. Parking brake is set. Acupressure is checked in the green. Perfect. Flaps up and indication agrees. Spoilers are disarmed. Probe and window heat is in the auto position. We do not need to recycle the electric pump. It is in the greens. And that is fine. Conditioning. White lights are all out. AP bleed is not required. Fault lights are normal. Cargo temperature selector is fine. All faults here in the electrical system or electrical panel is fine, and the ventilation white lights are extinguished. That's perfect. We can go now down to the ECAM. There's only one indication. We can hit recall. There should only be an APTCAS fault. We clear once. We'll go to the status page, checking the status of the airplane, which looks fine, and we clear it again to get rid of it. And we can now check our oxygen pressure, which is 1520, which is perfectly sufficient for the flight. Hydraulic quantities are fine as well as our engine oil quantity should be fine, and they are. So let's go ahead and go back here. We're not going to use GSX. I will push back with GSX, but I'm not going to use GSX because it takes too long, so I'm not going to do that. Let's see here. What's next to do? Alright, let's load the aircraft. That's our next step. So, I'm going to power up MCDU2. However, I will still do it through here. So fuel, today I gotta check this. Fuel today we are taking, might seem like a lot, but that's because we might be doing the return flights. I already calculated the entire fuel that we need to fly there and back, and that'll be 8,445 kilograms. Our payload for our first flight is 59.3, and I'll just enter that in there, and that is checked and set. Okay, return, and that is pretty much it. With that, we can do the overhead scan. So crew supply coming on, ground control, go and test it. That's checked, fault lights are normal, no white lights, captain, everything's good, geared 1. Wait for the on-bat to extinguish, bat 2, or I, right? ADIR, how would you call it? ADIRS 2, and 3. Alright, nav light, or strobe, nav. We can go and turn on the seatbelt sign. Fueling is completed, otherwise we'd keep it off. Emergency lights armed, everything is good here. Nothing needs to be changed. I'm going to go and change those, however. Elex. Battery check, turn them both off, and turn one on at a time, making sure the amperage is fine. That's good. Second one. That's good. And we're good for that. Fuel pumps can come auto again, done with fueling, so no problem with that. And we'll do the engine fire tests. Indication agrees, fire checked, and 8 lights, that's good. Second, that's fine as well. Alright, everything here is checked, it's good, and it's set to PA. Oh, come on. There we go. And set that back. Okay. Overhead scan is completed. That was pretty fast. I don't know why I'm going so faster, but check everything here is fine. Again in the green, gears down. UTC is correct. Nose wheel steering is on. That is checked as well. Now we can program the FMC, and we'll go ahead and pop it out here. MCDU menu. I'm looking forward to the new version of the FS Labs A320. I looked at the beta, some videos of it. Looks pretty damn nice, and it's gonna be a lot of new features coming, which is awesome. All right, FMGC. First things I would check is data, which in your NOTAMs, if you use PFPX, you know you get NOTAMs, and these can tell you if anything is not operative during flight. So if a VOR is inaccurate, not working in the real world, and is out of service, you would check that. I go to this extreme level where I do everything as realistic as possible, so I would do the same thing. You go to data, position monitor, navigate select, and you deselect any VORs that do not work in the real world, but nothing in the US. Usually the US is pretty up to date with all their stuff, and they really do make sure everything works properly. In Europe you do see quite a lot more navigates that are inoperative and being fixed, but yeah, so nothing there. Aircraft status, engines are checked, active nav data is checked as well. We'll go to init page. Today we're flying from Vegas to LA, very short pop. And we're not going to insert this because it never works for me. I don't know why. Iris init, it automatically aligns. We got 4 minutes to go, so we're fine with that. I'm also looking to the new wind feature, which I abuse in Flight Factor. It actually helps a lot with VNav. Alright, our alternate is KLGB. Flight number today is, yeah, we're not going to do that either. Is Spirit, we're Spirit Airlines today. 202 Charlie, I believe. Perfect. Cost index, we'll do 15. Actually, we'll do a little less. It is a short flight. We'll do 8, and flight level today is 300. init B would enter our, in the real world you would put in the assumed 0 fuel weight, so we'll go ahead and do that, but we know it is actually 59.3, so whatever. 8.4 of tons of fuel on board, and today's head component is 51, so head 051. Gives us an extra time of 2 hours 30 minutes. We are expecting with 5.2, which is fine. We're expecting to land at Los Angeles with the same amount of fuel that we need to fly back, so that's perfect, and we hope that works out just as we wanted. So now flight plan, departure runway 26 right, Boch 8 departure, and today's flight transitions to Ricky. Insert that. From Ricky, I believe we can just enter the arrival, which will be ILS 25 right, correction 25 left, Angel 4 via the, I don't know how you pronounce this, Schittner Schittner transition. That's a great name. Insert that, and that is our flight plan completed. We could go ahead and check our constraints. However, I have not started my my Navigraph charts app yet, so we'll do that once we actually check our flight plan, which will be later. Actually, just thinking about it, I do have to do it now because of radio nav. So let's get that started up. So airports, Las Vegas, SID, Boch 8. So I think it's an RNAV, so there's no VORs that we need. Nope, there is not. Okay, so we'll keep it blank. We can now check our transitions, and now that the IRS are pretty much aligned, it gives us automatically some VORs, so we can keep those in. Oh, one sec. Alright, there we go. So, Roper, between 4,800 and 7,000, checked. And Boch, 13,000 or above, that's checked. That's it for the SID. So we're good there. We'd go back to init B, we'd enter our winds at this time once the flight plan is set, but because they haven't simulated it yet, the next release they will, but not yet. We would enter our wind data now, but we can't, so we'll skip it and go to performance. We're taking flaps 3 today. It is quite a heavy plane for today, I guess, and we are at a high elevation, so we're not taking our packs off. We can't. We're quite high. We'll get an ECAM message saying, hey, your packs are off, so we can't do that. Flex temperature assumed today will be 6.2. And our we'll go ahead and enter this information, 3540, 3540, which is an NADP 2 departure, and B speed 149, 149, 152, and 152. Alright, that is entered. We're not going to put in our trim indicate settings yet, and we do not have a secondary flight plan that we need to program because there's no engine out SID for this. So we'll set it on init B, telling us, hey, we still need to revise this later on. So we'll continue. So everything here. We're not flying online, so we don't need to worry about frequencies. However, I'll still set everything there. Weather and terrain, 4 degrees up, in case we'd ever have to do it manually. Doors closed, not simulated anyways. Rudder trim 0, everything here is checked. All the switchings are on normal. I'm going to keep this on MCD menu because we're going to probably use this later on. And go down here, do the same checks. Perfect. Set to standby, set TA only, and 2001 set to all. Altitude report on in system 1 in case we get an engine failure. System 1 will automatically be the one that will function afterwards. And that is checked. We can now check ATIS, which for active sky is 122.0, which is great. Or, which I think I'll do instead, is we'll use ATC. So we're gonna request it, KLAS and KLAX, send. We should get company message and then receive messages. There we go. Altimeter 29904, and I have it synced just for the ease, and it said same thing there. 29904. VR 10 constraint. Initial altitude is 19,000 for Boch 9 or Boch 8. Sorry. Constraint here as well. Set 20 VR and VOR, and that is checked. A good thing because I am actually an X-plane user normally. The Flight Factory now has simulated the oxygen test, so I would actually test the oxygen by this time, but we can't. So we're just going to do this, and we're going to do one annoying check, which is the GPWS system.
Slope. Pull up. Terrain ahead. Pull up. Sync rate.
That was fast. Well, if you hold on to it for about 3 seconds, it will do the complete check. I'm not going to sit through this now. Checker FMA, climb blue, nav blue, 19,000. Speeds are checked. Altimeter with the correct altitude, approximately 2190. That's checked, and nav is fine as well. And we do the same checks on the captain's side. We're actually the captain of this flight as usual. But because we don't have a first officer, we do his checks as well. Again, check oxygen, can't. We don't need to do this again, we just did it. Climb blue, nav blue, speeds are checked, altitude 19,000, flight director 1 and 2. I forgot to mention that earlier. Our altitude again is checked and verified, and altimeter is checked. Weather is not a big deal, so we'll use terrain as our primary radar in quotations for this side, and then we'll use weather on that side. And that is checked. Alright, oh, I guess I did not set it. You do have to scroll. Okay. 29904, that's good. I checked that again, and everything here is fine. At this point, if you were still refueling, because you might be using GSX or whatever, or in the flight factor, for example, you can actually do it up here. There's a panel to manually have it fuel, and it actually is in real time, which I prefer to do because it's more realistic. At this time, you'd make sure that the seatbelt signs are on and the fuel pumps are now set to auto in case fueling is complete. It is, and it has been already, that's why we already have it set. And then we can go ahead and complete our FMC. We do know 59.3 and 8.4 is correct. All we gotta check now is our zero fuel weight center of gravity, which is 33.7. Go back to performance, and I have a little nice tool that I can use to actually calculate real speed. So A320, runway length is above 4,000, I think. Give me 1 second. Where's Top Cat? There it is. .26 right is at 4,400 meters. That's a really long runway. But we're going to be cutting it about 300 meters off of it because we're not going to use the complete runway. So 4,200. Airport elevation is at 2,000, between 2,000 and 3,000. Wind component is a headwind of 2 knots, which is nothing. Outside air temperature is 12 degrees Celsius. QNH 1014. Lap setting config 3. NTI is not required. Conditions are dry. And our takeoff weight, so our gross weight is 67.7. Just knock off about 200 kilograms from that, so 67,500. Which gives us a revised flex temperature of 59 degrees. V1 145, BR 146, and V2 149er. Enter that, and our flaps, or our not our flaps, sorry, our there we go. Our trim for a takeoff is 31.6, so about 32. Round down 0.8. So down 0.8. Enter that in, and that is done with that. We're done with that. I think all doors are closed, which they are. So external connections would be our last thing to do. And once our MCDU, once our MCDU is complete, we can start the APU. Wait for the flap to open. Alright, and starting the APU. AP is available, AP bleed can come on, external power can come off. I don't know why this came off. It should still be on, should have been on this whole time. Alright, external power disconnect, ground tracks disconnect, we can now go to flight plan. Before start checklist above the line. Whip it out. Logbook, security check, checked and entered, departure briefing is completed, cockpit preparation is completed. Cabin signs are on, auto, and armed. Our gears are nav mode. Fuel is released with 8.4 tons, which is perfectly fine. Barrel ref is set at 2994 times 3, and parking brake is on with the indications. At this time, we can request pushback, so that's the wrong window. So let's close that. Spirit. Do we need de-icing treatment? No. And we have to do a straight pushback.
Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push completed and brakes set.
Icing conditions? What are you talking about? 12 degrees, no visible moisture, nothing. Odd. Because we're using IE engines, I'm still going to start the engines no matter what GSX says, because we're really not on icing conditions.
We're ready for pushback.
Not that I can see. I mean, there's literally nothing on the ground. The clouds are way up there. Our temperature is 12 degrees. It's not even 0 degrees Celsius.
Gear.
Perfectly fine. So we'll start the engines, and the IE take anyways like 20 million years before they are actually started, so we're going to do that right up front. Alright, nose wheel steering, we'll check that it is now checked. Nose pin, so that means the nose pin is
completed.
in.
Bypass pin inserted. Release parking brakes.
Beacon on, doors are closed, windows are locked, cockpit doors closed, thrust levers are idle, acupressure is checked in the green. And we can now release the parking brake.
Release parking brakes.
As he asks us to.
Commencing push. Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push completed and brakes set.
Yeah. Alright, before start check is below the line, takeoff data is set, beacon is on, nose wheel steering disengaged is checked, and indication is there. Windows, doors, and slides are closed and armed, cockpit doors closed and locked, and that is the before start checklist below the line. We are good to start our engines because we are in the States, and pretty much every airport these days has ground radar. We'll go ahead and set our transponder to on, letting air traffic control know, hey, we are here. Set our start switch to ignition. Make sure our FADECs come online. Check for pressure. That is checked. And this time it worked. Sometimes I actually don't get pressure, or sometimes the packs actually don't turn off. I've had it, but alright, starting engine number 2. I mean, I could go for a single engine taxi, and we are quite a bit away from the runway, but I'm already having enough problems with the ground friction in this dang simulator. Just makes me miss X-Plane a lot more. So I'm not gonna do that right now. I hope Prepare whenever I do afford it or can afford it and buy it. I hope that Prepared will do it better, but I doubt it. Braking brake is set.
Unlocking gear. Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Starting engine number 1.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Thinking about streaming tomorrow as well, but that time X-Plane, and we'll see what I stream. If I do end up streaming, we'll see. Okay, engine 1 is finally started. Took about 5 minutes. In the real world, you would probably turn on chrono just to make sure, and each engine is different, so you're expecting different values. To be honest, I don't know the values. So I don't bother with it at the moment, but I'll make sure to do the research, some more research some other day. Okay. What's like to normal? I think it should take about 10 seconds for it to transition to the wheel ECAM, but that's fine, at least it's there. AP bleed coming off, AP coming off, engine anti-ice or any anti-ice is not required. Rudder, or sorry, not rudder. Spoiler armed, rudder 0, flaps set to config 3. Perfect. Bit trim. Go and set that as well. Down of 0.8, which I don't think they're. Yep, that's good. Perfect. Ecam status is checked. Everything is fine. And what we would do. Well, what I would usually do, and what the Airbus FCOM requires, or not requires, but recommends, is doing the flight control check during taxi. But because I can only do this with the flight factor properly, but because FS Labs, I don't know if it's FS Labs or just FSX in general, they can't seem to do this pretty well. So I have to do the checks now before taxi. So let me get set up. Alright, let's do it. So, full right, full left, neutral, full up, full down, neutral, butter, full left, full right, neutral. And that is flight control check completed. So auto brake can come to max. And we'll do the after start check. This will just check our door page one more time. That's the wrong. Slides are armed. Anti-ice is off, pitch trim is 0.8 down set, rudder trim is 0, ecam status is checked, and we are ready for taxi. Taxi lights coming on. Elapsed time starts. And parking brake can come off. Clear to the left, clear to the right. Let's get going. Alright, brake check. Alright, that works. That's another thing I don't like about FSX. Brakes somehow. Again, it could be the aircraft, I'm not sure. But brakes in general just are terrible. Maybe it's just me being spoiled by X-Plane. Surprised it only took 35 minutes to get from cold and dark, or at least completely shut down, to taxiing. That's quite incredible. Just like the real world. Goes pretty damn quick. I guess there was one thing I could have done with the secondary flight plan, and that is actually plan the flight back. I guess I could use it that way. I usually do that with the flight factor. If I do plan to fly back, I already pre-plan the the route back. But however, I can do that in the air, so I have something to do, even though it is a very short flight. So we'll get it done. Much time. Hey, how's it going? Is that sarcastic? What do you mean good? I'm a little confused, but hey, how are you? How are you? All right, let me concentrate on this taxi because I have no idea where I'm going. I'm gonna do. All right, this next turn is our entry to the runway, which is nice. And all right, so I've skipped a couple things here. I need to work on that now. Think it took a long time? Too long? 30 minutes? Think that's a long time? Our flight plan, so runway, we're verifying runway 26 right, that's checked. Flaps are set to config 3, V1, VR, and V2 are checked. Flex temperature 5.9, initial altitude 19,000 feet, NADP2, so 1,500 feet. We are not turning our packs off for departure because we are at a high altitude, and we will just get a message, a warning, like saying, hey, turn it back on please. Weather radar coming on, predictive wind shear system coming back on. Do you think that's too long? I understand. For some people that's way too long. Some people think that's way too long. I get it. Do we need the brake fan? No, we do not. How long do you take to do a complete cold and dark and then start taxiing? How long do you think you take? Alright, before takeoff checklist. Above the line takeoff briefing completed. Flight controls are checked. Flight instruments are checked. Flaps are 3 and 3 set. ECA memo is takeoff no blue. We're not going to do our packs off today. 10 minutes? What the heck? What do you do? Is it not completely cold and dark? Like everything's already aligned, or what do you? 10 minutes is that's really short. I would have been okay with like 15 to 20 minutes. I'm like, I get that. But 10 minutes, that's crazy. That's very efficient, I'm sure. But I do admit I do take a lot of things probably way too far. I go as realistic as possible, which probably a bad thing for a lot of people. Kind of boring sometimes. Our cam signals given TGS TRA. Packs are still on though. Alright, here we go. I do use VATSIM, however, I did not want to use VATSIM for my first stream. I wanted to just calm down a little bit. I do use VATSIM though. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I forgot to switch over to rudders. Love FS Labs. Alright. Great thing about streaming, mistakes happen. And are visible. Alright, V1, rotate. Positive rate, you're coming up. Spoilers somehow disarmed, so okay. Lights coming out. But yeah, I do use VATSIM occasionally. Maybe I'll log on flying back if I do fly back on the same stream. We'll see. Come on. There we go. Throttle climb. Packs are already on. This is not X-Plane 10. This is FSX Steam Edition, so even older than X-Plane 10. I decided to change it up a little bit because I'm sick of airplane developers not producing amazing airplanes. I wanted to fly the FS Labs for once in my life. However, I will, if I do stream tomorrow, I will be streaming X-Plane 11. I will not do X-Plane. I will not do a Flight Simulator 10. And so it will look much nicer. I get much better performance in X-Plane 11 than in FSX. We're going to do open climb because of the constraints. Go and clear those. And we'll go ahead and clear ourselves to 3-0. X-Plane 11 is the best. I agree with that. I love X-Plane 11. I started with the X-Plane 9. That's the very first X-Plane I ever, or first simulator I ever used. And once you go X-Plane, you can never go back. But sometimes I do. Sometimes I do want to fly some really good airplanes. Alright, after takeoff checklist. Landing gears up, flaps are retracted, packs are on, eco memo is checked. And since we're cleared above our transition altitude, we'll go and set our altimeters to standard. No weather indications here. That's good. Alright. I hope, there we go. Alright, 10,000 feet, landing lights coming off. Seatbelt signs, I'm gonna go ahead and keep them on for now because of our, because of this. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. Alright, if I do stream, I hope to see you there. Alright, see you, man. Thank you for stopping by. Alright, what else do we need to do? Set this to airport. Airport. Range about 80. Performance, go and check. Alright, progress. Check that as well. Optimum 290, that's fine. Okay. Radar tilt down to -1. We can go and extend this if we want. Okay. And we don't need terrain anymore. So we'll turn that off as well. And that's pretty much it. We can now plan our flight back from... No, let's go and do that. We'll secondary flight plan here in it. Return. Oh, see here they have wind. Ha, interesting. Alright, alternate for this flight plan. I have to look. Desktop. Okay, here we go. So first of all, we know 270. We'll do 8 as well. Keyed. What? I'm saying 300. 270. Come on. This is a secondary flight plan, man, not a primary. Alright, alternate again. Really? Keyed. So we'll have to revise this. Flight number is NKS202 Delta. Alright. Init B, that's totally fine. That's normal. Secondary flight plan. Did I just program KLAS again? No, I did not. Secondary flight plan. Secondary flight plan. Oh, I did. Ha. I'm smart. KLAX to KLAS. Okay. KLAX to KLAS. There we go. Return. 270. Now it should work. I don't think so, but we'll see. Keyed, yeah, no. That's because we're going up to 300 right now. Now do secondary flight plan. Expecting 25 right for departure. By the Ocean 8. Our transition is, what is it? Meson. Oh, does it not insert? What is going on? Okay, I don't know if the flight factor would insert that. We'll see how it does once we arrive. a good test. There's 2.6 left by the Quebec 6. Using transition. There we go, that's complete. As far as we can complete it. So we'll go back to performance. And seatbelt signs can come off. On top of descent and top of cruise are quite close. Alright, since we're so close to descent as well, I'm going to go ahead and pre-plan everything for descent right now. Landing elevation should be about 126 feet. That's fine. We'll go to, actually we'll go here, 0.67. I'm going to put 260. Go to MCU menu, actually ATC, not implemented, data. Alright, MCU menu. We'll request it again, 2123. 2123. So, big or LA 26010. Three 014 14. Full, go and do flaps full because we are heavy. 143 with that. And our decision height for 25 right is 200 decision height, and that is entered in. We also enter our winds, but again that's simulated right now, so we'll keep it as is. Outer brake, we'll do level we'll do medium. That's pretty much all we need. We'll just verify one quick thing with our flight plan. So our current flight plan says that we should at, what is this, Smash, we should be at 17 minutes with fuel of 7 tons. That's right. Okay. So we're currently pretty much at 7 tons right now. Report Smash flight with 300. Extra fuel on board is expected to be 6.4, which is hopefully exactly what we stay with. And yeah. So we're below 7,000 right now before smash. However, our extra fuel on board is actually increasing. As long as we reach our destination with the amount of fuel we need, we'll be fine. Decrease our range. This might get loud. Yeah. Alright, reach our altitude, which is nice. Now that we reach our altitude and we have altitude cruise, I'm going to set my pre-descent altitude. And that is checked through flight plan here. Almost set. Alright, here wants 260, so what's our constraint? 280. Get rid of this constraint. Temporary insert. And that might help us out with descent. Here's another constraint. What is this? 270. Clear it out. Another constraint? No, we do not. Okay. So So our first altitude we need to hit is 24.0, 17,000. So we're going to set 17,000. And performance, sorry, not progress. There we go. And yeah, keep this up here. Things will be a little quiet now. Okay. So we're still descending. At a comfortable 1,300 feet per minute. Alright, we'll clear ourselves down to 8,000. Yes. Go down to 8,000. For those who will be watching this as a video later, which I doubt anybody would be at this part, but anyways, just let me know what you guys want, and I'll see if I can do that. Pretty much everything in Explanet I'm capable of doing in FSX, not really. So, any requests for X-Men 11, I'm open to, and I'll see. Go ahead and do those. Tomorrow, I don't know what I'm going to do in X-Plane. I'll see. Yeah, but I do want to do something in X-Plane. If it's 1 flight, 2 flights again, we'll see. Perhaps a group flight on VATSIM. So I have to look for somebody who wants to fly. I'll see. Those are always fun. Group flights. I always enjoy doing those. Haven't done those in a long, long time. Quite a bit of turbulence this entire flight. Kinda crazy. Okay. I believe it was. Yes, it was. 3014 was set. We're down at 20,000 feet. Seatbelt signs are already on. Drops our altitude down to 3,600. It is quite lonely without VATSIM, isn't it? Yeah. I'm definitely gonna do VATSIM next. I think I have vPilot installed. Yeah, here it is. Good. Get it open up now. If it works to me, I would probably disconnect the autopilot now, but it's quite turbulent, a lot of turbulence, and yeah, so we can't really do any of that, unfortunately. Let's set our radar up 1, go ahead and put terrain on this side. Alright, let me check, extra fuel on board, 6.3. Active sky settings, let me check active sky settings, maybe. This whole flight has been pretty turbulence. Random set to 25, yeah, okay. It's not too bad. I hope I'll be able to get prepared soon. I think the first plane I will get for prepared, either this, yeah, for slabs again, or the 747 from PMDG, or the 787, one of those three. I do have already a little bit of scenery from the old days, but not a lot. Not a whole lot. Oh, okay. Alright, crane. Charlie. crane, we are expected to reach fuel of. Good point, there is no crane. So after smash. Yeah, okay. So circus we were expected at 6.5. We still at 6.4, so I'm pretty sure we reached that. Alright, 10,000 feet. Landing lights coming on. Seatbelt signs are already on. Back to constraints. Landing system. Altimeters we go and set. That's checked. And that is pretty much it for 10,000 feet. I'm gonna go install my table. Los Angeles really this turbulent? Literally the whole flight was turbulence. Compared to X-Plane, I'm sure there wouldn't be any turbulence flying right now. Alright, we're going arm localizer. Approach mode activated? No, it is not. So we'll go and activate approach phase. Or is it activated? Maybe it is activated? Either way, we'll set to 220. I'll do a approach checklist. Approach briefing completed. Econ status is checked. Decision height is 200 feet radial. Seatbelt signs are on. Outer brake is medium. Alright, we're good to go. So we're just going to use category 1. Try to intercept the localizer. There it is. take out the autopilot now. Therefore, I need this up though, so. Somehow had no issues with me now, which is great. So at 1,000 feet per minute. Yes. Set flaps 1. Going down to 200. Go down to 180. Let's hope the plane slows down a little bit more. Otherwise, we'll have to extend our. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do it prematurely. Gear down.
2,500.
Hoping that we don't have to go around. Lights coming on. Going to arm our spoilers. Manage speed. Flaps 2. Hope the airport loads. Doesn't look like it wants to. Flaps 3, and we'll go in flaps full. Landing checklist. Chem signal is given. Auto throttle is speed. Landing gears down 3 green. Ecom ammo is landing no blue. And we are quite high. And our scenery is not loading in. Come on, please load in.
$1,000.
Okay. Alright. Now on the glide slope. On scenery.
$500.
Alright, it is loading in. Nice.
$400.
Land green.
300 above.
Oh.
Minimum.
Continue.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard, 10, 5,
Alright, I forgot to set reverse as a key bind, so we're just using brakes, decel, and we now are going manual. Alright, and welcome to LA. Should we keep this on? Crossing a runway, strobe lights, runway turn off, set to takeoff. After landing checklist. Alright, let me just turn off this first. There we go. Okay, after landing checklist, flaps are retracted, landing lights are off, spoilers are disarmed, radar and predictive wind shear system is off. TCAS is standby, not really, because we do have ground radar here, and APU is starting. It's not quite on yet, but it's starting, so after landing checklist is completed. To be honest, I have no idea where Spirit park their airplanes, so we'll just go into here, and APU is now on. Go in here just before we turn. APU bleed on. These lights should have been off, and turn this off. And we'll go right into here. And we can turn standby. Oh, come on. And welcome to Los Angeles. Parking brake is set. Master switches come off. Wait for our slides. Oh, we didn't get it. Alright, there we go. Slides, make sure they disarm. There you go. Beacon off. Seatbelt signs off. Mercedes lights will stay armed because we are going to be flying very soon. Fuel pumps set to off. APU we will keep on, as we are pretty much ready to go back very soon. So fuel quantity, let's go ahead and check that. Actually, because of fuel, we'll turn it off. Oh shit, what did I do? Well, good thing the APU takes its time to cool down, so we still have time to connect the GPU. And that's exactly what we're doing now. Turn, and that is good to go. Status page, check is normal, and everything is good. Parking checklist. Park, brake, and shocks are on and in. Engines are off. Beacon is off. Seatbelt signs are off. Emergency exit lights are still armed. Yellow electric pump is off, and fuel pumps are off. Parking checklist is completed. Let's check our flight time here. Alright. 50 and 56 seconds. According to PFAX, we should have been 48 minutes. So that's fine. Let's check, so we reset. Reset. Reset that, and reset this. And we can now continue with our flows to go back. So let's do that now. Gotta reload the aircraft new. So we got fuel, we don't need to refuel. We need, let's see, we need 6,124, and we have 6,120. Hold up, do we have exactly 600? Oh wow, we have 6,122, and PFX asked for us to have 6,124 for our next flight back to Vegas. That is absolutely incredible. Perfect planning by me. You're welcome, Spirit. Alright, payload. Today's zero fuel weight for this flight, however, is 61 point, actually it's exactly 62. So we're a little bit heavier though. And that is fine as well. So we return. We'll keep it here, however. And yeah, let's go ahead and get going. Ground control can come back on. Again, we're checking everything is normal. Everything is fine. Signal signs can come back on. However, we would wait until we're deboarded. We'll go and turn them back on. Everything is fine here. Fuel pumps come back on. We don't need to do all the checks again. It's fine. Again, checking here. Everything is normal and good to go. Our brakes are still hot, so keep our brake fan going. Yep. Okay. Those steering, however, is still on. Let me check the wheel page. There you are. Yeah, we are quite hot. I'm going to keep it on this page just to make sure that they actually cool down. And let's go ahead and connect to KS. We are 202 Delta this time. Connect. Flight plan. And they are online. LAX Center is online. LAX to Vegas. Expecting 270. They will go and release the parking brake. And we know that they're hot. Thank you. Let's make sure we are not in somebody. Okay, we are not. We have any tower, we do have ground and LA tower. So everything's online, which is awesome. First things first, we'll do a complete scan again. So we've done that. Now we do our flight plan. Go back to init, secondary flight plan. Oh, I didn't save. Okay, so that's unfortunate. So we have to redo our flight plan. Go to init, KLAX to Vegas. Our alternate today, or for this flight, I know I say today a lot, but it's this flight, keyed 270, cost index of 8, and NKS 202 Delta. Today's this flight's zero fuel weight is expected to be at. Already gave us 6.2 block fuel. Our zero fuel weight is 62. And our component is tail 33. .25 right. The Ocean 8. Using transition, insert ILS 26 left, keypack 6, using transition, insert. For the Ocean 8, it is a RNAV, so it doesn't matter. We'll keep it as is. And okay, perfect. Go back to init B. We already entered everything in for winds, so we can't do anything there. Go back to performance. This time the performance asks us for flaps 1. Flex temperature is 67, 153, 153, 153. And we can keep this in here. Okay, and at B, we'll set ground, and ground is 12175. To 175, and then tower is 12095.
Roger, November 5 Alpha Tango, do you have preferred cruise altitude?
Then ATIS
9,500.
133. We can actually just get controller info.
Roger. November 5
Information
Alpha Tango,
Zulu.
cleared to Las Vegas Macron International Airport. Sebi 3 departure. Radar backer stagnant. Crest 04 arrival. Climb via Civic Step, maintain 5,000.
Okay, we know 5,000 now.
Expect 9,000, 5 minutes after departure. Departure is on 124.5 and squawk 7077.
We know 124.5 will be
Alright, CB3 radar vectors for the Crest 4 arrival. Maintain 5,000, expect 9,000 in 5 minutes. Departure is 124.5, squawk 7077, November 5 Alpha Tango.
November 5 Alpha Tango, read that correct. Expect runway 24 left for departure. That's right.
24 left, thank you. We'll call back for taxi.
Air log. November 6, correction. November 6, 1, 5. Contact LA Tower 120.9 of today.
okay, that is checked.
615.
So we can now do our glare shield 3014. Checking B pilot one more time. Give us ATIS of 3008. So 3008. Set in that in there. 3008 is entered in there.
Los Angeles ground, this is Southwest 1357, and split information to Yankee on board. Question clearance to Portland Wild.
Yankee, it's Zulu now. So again, everything here is set.
Southwest 1357, LA ground, good afternoon. Cleared to Portland Airport. Lady J1 departure. Castro transition.
And now we can ask for clearance.
Climb by 6, 718, 5000. Departures on 124.5. And squawk 7100.
Raj, clear to Portland SL, do Lady J's 2 departure in Crown, then climb via speed, climb maintain 5000. Departure frequency 124.5, squawk 7100 in the box, Southwest 1367.
Southwest 1357, read back correct. Expect runway 24 left for departure. Advise ready for pushback.
Raj, expecting 24 left for departure. We're about ready to push back Southwest 1367.
Spirit 2's. Hold up. To make sure it works. Alright. Spirit 202 Delta radio check.
Spurbank 202 Delta 555.
Spurbank. Spurbank, really? Alright, 1 second. Alright. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second.
Los Angeles ground for Southwest 1357, ready to push the start.
Southwest 1357, push and start on Delta is approved. Face,
Spirit wings.
actually face whichever direction you're on.
Raj, clear push and start Southwest 1357, whichever way would like.
202 Delta. LA ground, this is Spur wings 202 Delta, requesting IFR clearance down to LA with information Zulu. That would be Vegas, not LA, sorry.
Sure, 00. Problem, Spurbank 202 Delta cleared to Las Vegas Macron International Airport. Ocean 8 departure, Myson transition, then asphalt. Flying via Acidic, up maintain 5000. Departures on 124.5 and squawk 7021.
We're cleared to McCarran International, Ocean 8, Misen transition 5000, 124.5 for the frequency, and 7021 in the box for 202 Delta.
Bearings 202 Delta, read that correct. Expect runway 25 right for departure. Best ready for taxi.
R25 right, and we'll call you when ready for taxi. Thank you. Alright, so 7021 is set. Initial altitude 5,000 is set. Ocean 8 Meisen is programmed with the runway 25 right as given by ATC. I just got to update my information here. So KLAX to KLAS.
Los Angeles ground today, German cargo 8231. Requesting airport clearance to Frankfurt as filed.
German cargo 8231, heavy. Clear to Frankfurt Airport, dots to departure, complete transition, then as filed. Calling by a set of temp, maintain 5,000. Departures on 124.5. Then squawk.
Alright, so again,
71.
seatbelt signs are on. Fuel pumps are good. We now enter in our information here. Payload
Departure
34-2.
Climb altitude to 5,000 feet. Departure on 124.5 and squawk 7120 for German cargo 8231 heavy.
Okay.
German cargo 8321.
Performance.
Correction. 8231 heavy. Read back correct. Expect runway 25
32.9, so about 33.
departure,
So that's
right
about
turn taxi.
here, down 1.1. So down 1.1.
Expecting 25 left for departure and we'll board firm ready for taxi of Bushwick, German
We'll
cargo
recalculate
8231.
our information. I do have PFX still open. So I'm going to send this information to Topcat.
LA ground, November 5, Alpha Tango ready to taxi.
November 5 Alpha Tango, runway 24 left. Taxi via Delta 8, Echo, altimeter 3008.
Airbus 320, runway length is between
Alright,
4,000 and
Delta
3,800.
8 and Echo to 24 left.
Headwind of 14
3008.
knots. Thank.
November 5 Alpha Tango.
Temperature is 15. QNH is 1019er. Takeoff weight is 67.9. Flaps 1. No. Prime. Flex temperature is 60. V1 153, 153, 154. So pretty damn
Yeah, we
close.
had a crash of the century. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Your clearance is still active, so you can just taxi to runway 25 left whenever you want.
Alright, you hard left, yeah, Foxtrot. Sorry about that, Vision Jet 605.
Okay.
No problem.
Brake fan can come off. Starting the APU.
Yeah, we hit him with full throttle and it didn't like that too much.
It happens. At least you didn't collide with another aircraft.
You know? Yeah. Ground Delta 2651, request push and start.
Delta 2651, push onto Delta is approved. Phase east.
Pushing on Delta, approved, facing east to Delta 2651.
PFD coming on, external power coming off, external connections going out. Flight plan checked. Alright, we are ready for pushback. So before start checklist above the line. Logbook security check checked at enter, departure briefing is completed, cockpit preparation is completed, cam signs are on auto and on. Introduce our nav mode. Fuel's released, 6.2 tons, perfect. Barrel ref is 3008, and parking brake is off at the moment. It should be on because we just released the trucks.
Taxi 224 left.
So let's call GSX once again.
24 left. Taxi via Delta 7 Echo, altimeter 3008.
Facing on taxiway Charlie, facing east. So let me check taxiway Charlie here. KLAX.
Hey, firm, taxi via Delta 7 Echo 7 short 24 left. Southwest 1357.
Facing east. This would be this way.
Good evening, ground. This is Bravo 880 Victor Romeo. Mike check. Bravo 880.
Okay, that's gonna be a problem. If it wants us to get out here, it's gonna be a problem. So we have to request pushback. You said we were cleared for pushback, but
You're welcome.
there is a problem with that because we need to be on Charlie. That's an active taxiway, so we need a request for clearance here. So. Spirit Wings 202 Delta, according to our program to pushback, it wants us on Charlie, and I know that's an active taxiway, so we're requesting to pushback anyways, even though you got us cleared earlier.
Interesting. Okay, Spirit Wings 202 Delta, push on Charlie is approved.
Our pushback on Charlie is approved. Let's hope it's still wrong. Hope I'm wrong, but we'll see. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Alright, so
LA ground November 5 Alpha Tango, holding short 24 left.
November 5 Alpha Tango, contact LA Tower 120.
this is why I don't like GSX as much as I do now Better Pushback. Before I loved GSX, before Better Pushback was out, but now it's not the same. It's not the
Bravo
same.
880 Victor Romeo requesting VFR clearance departure to the west. Bravo 880 Victor Romeo.
We're ready for pushback.
Okay, windows and doors are closed. Doors are closed. Beacon on. Thrust levers are idle. Parking brake.
120.9 or southwest
Set.
1357. Good day.
Okay. Brake pressure is still in the green.
880 Victor Romeo standing by.
And that was good to go.
Bravo 880 Victor
Departure check
Romeo.
completed.
What's your
Bypass
aircraft
pin
type?
inserted. Release parking brakes.
Okay, let's release the
Bravo
parking brake.
880 Victor
Commencing
Romeo,
push.
cancel that
All
production
engines
stall
clear.
plan.
Start at will.
Okay, roger.
So with Charlie, it might mean Charlie 4, which is the taxiway we're on. I mean, that could be it. Let's go and start engine number 2. Alright, looks like we're fine then. I see I'm not familiar with GSX as much, so I'm not sure when they say Charlie if they mean this Charlie 4 or Charlie as the main taxiway. So it's a little confusing. But no, I'm more aware, which is good.
Bravo 880 Victor Romeo requesting VFR clearance departure to the west.
Set parking brakes.
Bravo 880 Victor Romeo, cleared out of Los Angeles Bravo airspace. 1 o'clock curve flight heading 250. Turn left at the shoreline, search the Bravo airspace. Maintain VFR. squawk 1200.
Maintain,
Okay, starting engine number
did
1.
you give us a runway?
Unlocking gear.
Not yet.
Roger, maintain VFR after
Tow truck
takeoff,
disconnected.
squawk
Bypass
1200.
removed.
Okay. Bravo 880, if I'm gonna read that correct, expect runway 25 right for departure. That's ready to contact.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Expect runway 25 right, Bravo 880, Victor Romeo. Ground German Bravo 8231, heavy, verification.
From cargo 8231, runway 25 left, taxi via Alpha Foxtrot, altimeter 3008.
Runway 25 left, Alpha Foxtrot, altimeter 3008, German Bravo 8231, heavy.
Engine 1 is started. Looks like you're coming normal. APU bleed off, APU off, spoilers armed, rudder trim 0, flaps set to 1. Pitch trim down 1.1.
No, 2651 requesting taxi.
That's 3651, verify squawking 7150.
7150 in the box, 2651.
Okay, no, the steering
That's
disengaged.
3651, runway 24 left,
Is
taxi
checked.
via Delta, Delta 9 Echo, altimeter 3008.
Right, after start checklist, the anti-ice is off, pitch trim is 1.1 down set, rudder trim is 0, become set as
24 left,
checked.
Delta 9 Echo, 3008.
So we can now,
That's
we're now cleared to taxi up to the main taxiway. So we'll go ahead and do that. Those light coming on. Actually, we'll do a flight control check really quickly. So full right, full left, neutral, full up, full down, neutral, rudder full left, rudder full left, full right, neutral, and that is checked. Although steering is back on. Out of rate coming max. Spirit Wings 202 Delta requesting taxi to runway. I don't know why I always say to runway. I mean, obviously.
202 Delta, runway 25 right, taxi via Charlie 10 Bravo, altimeter 3009.
Alright, Charlie 10 Bravo, altimeter 3009er for a 202 Delta.
Delta 2651, verify your transponder is on, and contact tower 120.95.
So Charlie 10's right here.
Charlie 2651. Los Angeles ground says 41 Boeing 777-300 with Alpha, request IFR 2065.
So as word on LA ground, good afternoon, stand by. Delta 2651, verify your transponder is on, please.
I'm seeing having a little problem here, so can I just hold here and figure it out?
The 651, no problem, just hold there and let me know when you're ready for departure.
Wilco 651.
So Bravo's all the way down.
41, cleared to Zurich Airport, dots to departure, complete transition to NASCOM. Climb via physics up, maintain 5,000, departures on 124.5, squawk 7145.
Okay, we are cleared to Zurich. Dots to departure, please transition, then as followed. Climb maintain 5,000. Departures will be with 124.5, squawk 7145, Swiss 41.
Swiss 41, read back correct, expect runway 25 right for departure, that's ready for pushback.
Runway 25 right, we will report fully ready for pushing, that's Swiss 41. Delta 2651 is now squawking Charlie, and we're ready for departure.
Thank you, Delta 2651, contact LA Tower 120.5 today.
120.905, thanks for your help. Good day.
You're welcome, Steve.
We are going pretty damn fast.
231 heavy, we ready at 25 left.
German Cargo 8231 Heavy, contact LA Tower 120.95. See ya.
120.95, German Cargo 231 Heavy. Thank you, bye-bye.
You're welcome, Steve.
This is Australia. Good afternoon. 316 on the ground.
Flight plan is checked. View speeds are checked. Flaps are 1 config. Everything is checked. Takeoff config here. Checked. Radar coming on.
16, Allied Ground, good afternoon. May I know your aircraft type, please?
Forward takeoff check is above the line. Takeoff briefing completed. Flight controls are checked. Flaps are 1. Plan 1 set. ECOM must take off. No blue. Cabin is ready. Let's see what we got here.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. Can you type it in fax, please? Roger, thank you. Stand by.
1095 is checked, so we'll check our brake temperatures. Pretty much at 150. So we'll go ahead and turn on the brake fans. We'll delay takeoff for a little bit.
November 588 Golf Yankee 455.
Los Angeles ground 641, request motion start.
Swiss farm, I'll push them to Charlie is approved. Face east.
Ocean to Charlie 6 East, Colon.
Our Spirit Wings 202 Delta ready for departure.
0 Victor. Bravo 880 Victor Romeo, request taxi to runway. Bravo 880 Victor Romeo, runway 25, right taxi via Charlie 3, Bravo, altimeter 3008.
Alright, LA Center is offline, so
Taxi 25 right via
Sticking
Charlie,
tower.
Charlie 3, Bravo, altimeter 3008, Bravo 880 Victor Romeo, thank you. No problem. Police 16, verify you're going VFR northbound.
It's on the DCC.
Los Angeles ground, this is FedEx 26, radio check. FedEx 26, 5 by 5. Los Angeles ground, FedEx 26, requesting VFR clearance to San Francisco. FedEx 26, clearance under class year number 3, standby. Number 3, standby, FedEx 26. And FedEx 26, fix your call sign, please. I only have you for as a 26. Yeah, fixing that right now.
Spirit Wings 202 Delta ready for departure.
Spirit 202 Delta, LA Tower 120.95 today.
Over to 120.95. Thank you for your services. Have a good one.
Thank you, see ya. Police 16.
Okay, so let's get going. LA Tower, this is Spirit 202 Delta requesting takeoff runway 25 right.
202 Delta, LA Tower 125, accept takeoff on F Docker.
Alright, clear for takeoff runway 25 right for 202 Delta, thank you. Okay, so park and brake off. PAX coming off. TARA. We are clear for takeoff. Lights can go on now. And so we don't make the same mistake as earlier with the rudders. Timers 1, 2, and 3. Okay, cabin signals given. TSTRI, packs are off. Before takeoff, check us below line completed.
Indeed, we should see are ready for departure from the ramp.
2%.
Police 16, LA Tower.
And flex SRS, runway auto thrust blue.
I'm so sorry, can you please?
Police 16, LA Tower, verify you're at the helipad right now, right?
No, we'll just do toga.
Yeah, it's already right. Yeah,
I don't know, somehow the throttles are just not agreeing with each other.
It's close to from from the helipad.
Positive rate, gear up. Disarm. Come on. There we go. Lights.
Jerry 202 Delta, contact, still call departure, good night.
Alright, SoCal departure, thank you, 202 Delta. Departure is online. With thrust. Oh my goodness. Pack 1 coming on. SoCal departure is 1245. Left turn, Pack 2. SoCal departure. This is
departure. Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. 69 Bravo Juliet, 2.3 for 1010,000.
SoCal departure radar contact. Hello.
SoCal departure. This is Spirit. Big fan coming off. Once we're on autopilot, flaps will be coming up.
Division Jet 645 is back on call.
Wait for a minute. Flaps coming up.
615, roger. Descend at positive discretion, maintain 7,000. Expect one departure on a 27 approach.
27 approach, 7,000. Division Jet 607.
Number 404, text or good day.
What time should be set up today?
Alright.
SoCal departure, number 44 Golf Charlie, we sent that over.
SoCal departure. This is Spirit 202 Delta, level at 5,000. Ocean 8 departure.
Charlie 202 Delta, SoCal departure radar contact. I'll maintain 1 tree, 13,000.
Up to 13,000 for 202 Delta.
Number 44 Golf Charlie, clear to the Palm Springs Airport as filed. Maintain 3,000. Expect 13,000 5 minutes after departure. Squawk 4712.
Alright, after takeoff checklist, landing gears up, flaps were checked, packs are on, eco memo is checked.
Go to Palm Springs, 3,000 initially, then up to 13,005 after. 4712 in the box, and we'll hold for release for 44 Golf Charlie.
Golf Charlie, everybody correct, and just amendments. Maintain 5,000. That's number 1 for departure.
It's just that's the terrible.
5,000. We'll amend that for
Dang.
Golf Charlie.
Strike 202 Delta, radar service terminated. Frequency change approved. Good day.
Alright, over to Unicom. Thank you for your services and have a good one. 202 Delta.
Bye-bye.
Oh, short-lived. And that means we can climb up to 270, yes, 270. Which now for this flight we should have expected a higher altitude than 300. Oh well. Because this departure is quite a long departure. We're at 10,000. Lights coming off, seatbelt signs still staying on. Airport. Terrain coming off. That's checked. Progress. That's checked, and we're good to go. So with that, I will be back in a moment, guys. Just gotta think here. 6 minutes and 25 minutes, and before top of descent, that will take 31 minutes. Alright, so I'll be right back, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, due to turbulence, would you please return to your seat and fasten your seatbelt? For your comfort and safety, hot beverages will not be served while the seatbelt sign is on. Please do not use the toilets until the captain switches off the seatbelt sign.
Alright, so, again, we're pretty much close to top of descent. We're going to go ahead and enter all our information once again. Landing elevation should be approximately 2,200, which is perfect. We'll set in our information here. So, MCU menu. Other request, and request it one more time, 2257. KLS 070 at 4. Temperatures 11. QNH 2990. Now we'll do 142. Put in that there. And we'll check our approach is ILS 26 left. And this is with, okay, that's fine. So, category, we'll do, alright, radial is 200 again. Do category 1. This time we'll just leave it. Leave it as is. Oh, 250 is quite low, so we'll do 280. It should move it out a little bit more. menu, go back to progress, performance. I should check our flight plan. Alright, that's fine. Flight plan is checked. Also to cruise, we're just expecting out of rig medium, and we'll set our initial descent already down to 14,000. And that's it. We're ready for descent. Flight plan, radial fix info. 26 left, and again 10 nautical miles. We got some traffic in front of us. Are these winds accurate? Where are we at? Arts. Arcus. Yep, they're pretty darn accurate. Alright. Winds changed slightly. They've increased by about 20 knots. Okay. Satellite Center is back online. Yep, there he gets me. Must have just come online.
LA Center, good afternoon. Delta 2651 is with you, descending flight level 240.
Delta 2651, Los Angeles Center, squawk ident. The 2651 radar contact descend via the Kepix 6 arrival. Material altimeter 29er, 89er.
Descend via the Kepix 6 arrival, altimeter 29er, 89er, Delta 2651.
Location up with you at
Elevation up to 3, Los Angeles Center, squawk 7143.
Spirit Wings 202 Delta with you, flight level 3, correction 270.
Great, Delta Los Angeles Center, squawk ident.
I think we'll see.
3202 Delta, radar contact. Cross Colorado above 13,000, material altimeter 29er, 89er.
Clear at or above 13,000, altimeter has been copied for 202 Delta. Alright, so that means we are cleared to descend. And we will do so.
That was 1803 Los Angeles Center, out of here.
So 13,000, we'll set that in. And we'll do descend /270.
Center, November 9311, Tango is a Cessna 172 ground at Las Vegas, looking for a VFR departure to the west, light following.
Scott 9311 Tango, Los Angeles Center, good afternoon. Your squawk code will be 29er, correction, your squawk code will be 7101.
Correction 10111 Tango, ready to text.
You know what, we'll do a
9311 Tango.
280. Not a lot anymore. Okay.
Taxi runway 1 left at Bravo. Turn altimeter 29er, 89er.
One right, correction, 1 left at Bravo, and we have the weather at 1 Tango.
That's 2651, expect visual approach runway 26 left. Expecting visual approach 26 left of the 2651.
I think we can expect the
Good
same.
evening, this time Chicago 525, 8.9 goes in.
Chicago 525, Los Angeles Center, good afternoon, climb and maintain flight level 350.
Continue climb, flight level 350, good afternoon, this time 525.
Los Angeles, so this is Southwest 1803 with you at flight level 330, about 2 miles north of 29 Palm GOR. That's 1803, Los Angeles Center, welcome back, squawk 7143 and ident. Ident 7413, Southwest 1803.
Signal sign coming on. We're a bit high and fast.
So, yes, that was 1803, check your transponder, the squawk is 7143.
Cloud's looking nice.
Okay, 1803, we are contacting via the Hollywood 1 arrival. Yeah, Hollywood 1 arrival, 1803.
Visual 1 Tango is Bravo Short 1 left, ready to go.
Visual 1 Tango, wind bearing mode 4, runway 1 left, intersection Bravo, clear for takeoff, left crosswind departure approved.
1 left at Bravo, left crosswind. Clear for takeoff, 1 Tango.
Alright, we're going to turn engine anti-ice on.
Fairway 202 Delta, descend via the Quebec 6 arrival.
Send via the Quebec 6 arrival for 202 Delta. Going set down to 6,000. ATSU, AOC, received 2257. Altimeter, I have to look at it again, 2090, 2990. Alright, we'll set 5,000.
Alaska calling, give me the call sign again.
A little bit of turbulence.
Aircraft Fallen, this is Los Angeles Center, how do you hear?
And Los Angeles Center, hello, American 2581, we're just out of 220 from 170 on the river pre-arrival.
American 2581, Los Angeles Center, squawk 7273.
7273 in the box.
Got 311 Tango, radar contact. Maintain VFR altitude. One Tango, maintain VFR.
Listen, star 31,000, going up to 36,000.
Go and stow this. Terrain on this side.
And give me the rest of the call. It's Alaska, but what's the rest of the call sign? Alaska 13, 315.
13 what? You can't understand them either. Alright, descending 10,000 pretty much soon.
Alaska 315, squawk 7305.
Alaska 73 what?
7305.
315.
Doesn't listen to the Congo 525.
Doesn't have a very good mic. Might be using
525, there you go ahead.
Might be using
we don't know how busy you are, but
headphones.
if possible, I'd like to direct Papa build
Earpods, that's what I meant to say.
Chicago 525. No, 525, have you approved as requested? Thanks so much, we appreciate that. That's Chicago 525. Number 2581, radar contact. And descend via the Angel 1 arrival.
Angeles Center, American 2581. We filed originally for the Angel 1 arrival, but unfortunately our commence didn't have that, so could you just change our thing to the River 3 arrival? Los Angeles Center, American 2581, request forward.
American 2581, this is going to maintain 12,000, and you said you don't have the Angel 1?
Yeah, we don't have the Angel 1, but what we did was we just put the River 3 arrival into our SMS.
Okay, I understand. Plan to send and maintain 12,000 LA altimeter 3007. Expect ILS runway 25 left approach.
Expect it, so we get 24 right, and we'll descend to 1,000.
2581, yeah, we can give you 24 right. America normally parks on the south side, but expect ILS 24 right approach.
Yeah, thank you. We just put that into our SMS, so.
No worries. Los Angeles Center, November 44 Golf Charlie, passing flight level 12,400 up to 13,000. Golf Charlie, Los Angeles Center, good afternoon. The John Wayne altimeter 3007, maintain 13,000. We will maintain 13,000 for November 44 Golf Charlie. Los Angeles Center, Alaska 800 on the ground at Palm Springs, holding short of runway 31 left. Alaska 800, Los Angeles Center, good afternoon. The wind is 31013, got 21, altimeter 2997, runway 31 left, clear for takeoff. Roger, runway 31 left, clear for takeoff, Alaska 800, thank you. Southwest 1803, expect ILS, runway 24 right, approach.
Alright, well, we're about to pass 10,000. Landing lights coming on.
Southwest 1803.
Engine anti-ice is no longer required.
Right approach.
Back to constraint.
Check that out, 2 for right, Southwest 1803.
Line system on, although we probably won't need it. Okay, altimeters are set approach checklist. We won't do yet because we haven't activated approach phase yet.
So 2651, turn left, heading 310.
Left heading 310, 2651.
Fairways 202 Delta, expect visual approach from 26 left.
I'm expecting 26 left visual for a 202 Delta, thank you. Okay, so, visual. As expected.
So 2651, descend and maintain 5,000.
Descend and maintain 5,000, so that's 2651.
Los Angeles Center, Alaska 800 is airborne through 2000. Alaska 800, radar contact. Join the Cathedral 1 departure. Climb and maintain 16.
For now, we'll give 230.
16,000. Roger.
We'll do
Join
approach checklist now.
The departure and
Approach briefing completed. You
climbing
can status check. Position height is 200 and seatbelt sensor on. Auto brake is medium. Alright, we are ready to land.
Cessna 11 Tango.
Okay.
Well, not quite, but we're ready. We're pretty much there.
Cessna 11 Tango, Los Angeles Center, go ahead with your request.
Wait for full stop at repair.
9311, roger. Go ahead and enter a right base for runway 19 right. Right base for 19 right, altimeter 2989.
Right space for 19 right. 1 second.
So 2651, turn left, heading 250.
Left heading 250, 2651.
Wings 202 Delta, descend and maintain 7,000.
No, 7,000 for Spirit 202 Delta. Alright, he wants us down to 7,000. We'll open descend.
Alaska 800, upon reaching the minimum en route altitude, proceed on Victor 386. Roger. Proceed on Victor 386 after reaching minimum altitude. Alaska 800.
That's at 220. Should give it a 230. More efficient, speed-wise.
There's a 2581, any lower by chance, or?
Here's 2581, yeah, go ahead and descend, maintain 7,000 then.
Alright, down to 7,000.
South 2651, the airport is at your 12 to 1 o'clock, 8 miles, report field in sight.
Field in sight, 2651.
2651, clear visual approach, runway 26 left.
Clear visual approach, 26 left, Delta 2651.
Airlines 202 Delta, turn left heading 300, descend maintain 5,000.
300 and down to 5,000 for 202 Delta.
Please fire back with you, follow 290, having disconnect due to an issue.
They're going to call say again?
Hello, Oscar.
It's fine,
Are you subscribed, or do you want to subscribe?
Having disconnect due to an issue.
Alright,
Let's go to 210 now.
2581, descend and maintain 5,000, join the ILS 24 right approach, report established on the localizer.
Down to 5,000, join the ILS on 24, right? And
That's coming
one.
1.
ILS 1803, upon reaching Seaview, you are cleared ILS runway 24 right approach.
After Seaview, clear to the ILS 24 right approach, south of 1803.
Alright, he needs to turn me left soon.
Now 2651, wind is very lit, 4 runway 26 left, clear land.
Runway 26 left, clear land, Delta 2651.
Sterling 202 Delta, turn left heading 230.
Left heading 230, Spirit wings at 202 Delta.
Center 11 Tango is
Down at 200.
19, right?
How are you doing, Oscar?
Sky 311 Tango, the wind is variable at 4, runway 19 right, clear to land. Airbus 319 is landing on 26 left, short final.
We have the Airbus in sight. 11 Tango and 19 right, clear land.
195. Actually, we'll go 190. Ooh, okay. Winds just helped us there. Like a lot. And again. Thank you, winds. Appreciate that.
Airlines 202 Delta, there's an Airbus on short final for 26 left. Airport at 1 o'clock and 12 miles, report field in sight.
Alright, the airfield is in sight for 202 Delta.
Airlines 202 Delta, cleared visual approach, runway 26 left.
Right, clear visual 26 left, and we're aware of the traffic. Thank you, 202 Delta. Uh-oh. Where's that? Where's my phone?
And Los Angeles Center, just a heads up from American 2581. We've got a bit of turn.
I'll be right back, guys.
Miles from Mercy.
Delta 2651, cross 26 right and taxi to your gate. We'll see ya.
Cross 26 right and we'll taxi to the gate. Thanks for your help. 2651, thank you.
Runway 202 Delta, wind variable at 4, runway 26 left or land.
Clear to land, runway 26 left for 202 Delta.
Aircraft going up toward Seattle or San Francisco. What's the call sign? Alaska. Roger, Alaska.
Alright, down to 17.
Alaska 800 going to
Gear down.
Portland.
Flaps 2.
No, that was another Alaska that was further north front than you.
Clear that. Lights on. Spoilers armed.
Alaska still on my frequency.
160. And the speed. Approach phase should be activated.
And American 2581, we're established on the ILS 24, right?
Approved by 81 measure, contact tower 120.95, we'll see you.
Clear tower 2095.
2500.
Better start at West Flight over 150 in 5 miles. Who's requesting this? Alex 5.
$2,000.
Aircraft, say again the call sign?
Manage speed. We'll go
Okay,
flaps
Alex 5,
full.
what's your position?
Landing checklist.
5
Cam signal
miles
given.
from
Auto throttle
Bravo,
speed.
Lima
Landing gear
Hotel.
down 3 green and Ecom ammo. Landing no blue. Let's go.
FedEx 5 Squawk 7215. 7215.
$1,000.
Checked.
Squawk 7215. FedEx 5 radar contact. You need to resend your flight plan. Are you on the Hyder 1 arrival?
$500.
I'm covered in.
$400.
Our land green check.
FedEx 5 Roger.
300
Google
above.
Lead flight level 250. Resend your flight plan when able.
2 minimum.
Continue.
Flight plan 37 FedEx 5. Just send it 250.
50. 40.
That was
30,
1803. Contact
20,
tower
retard.
120.95. See ya.
Alright. We're now on Alpha 7 or 6, sorry.
Go Golf Charlie, Palm Springs altimeter 299er7. Great 202 Delta, welcome to McCarran Cross 26 right, taxi to your gate.
Crossing 25, correction 26 right and taxi to gate. Thank you very much. 202 Delta. Alright. That's TA only. Clear to clear to the right, clear to the left. So, let's get rid of all of this. That can actually stay. Strobe lights coming off. Okay, APU coming, or APU page is set on. Let's concentrate on taxiing here. Okay, we can just head straight. Radar off. An after landing checklist.
Los Angeles Center, last 800.
Flaps are retracted, landing lights are off, spoilers are disarmed, radar is off, TCAS is standby, and APU is starting.
Last 800, we'd like to see about climbing up to flight level 200. Let's get in or climb your discretion, flight level 200.
We'll turn right here.
Climb maintain, flight level 200, last 800, thank you.
Alright, APU is on. At least it sounded like it. Yep, there he goes. So APU bleed can come on. We'll turn our taxi light off because we're right at our gate. We'll be going into this gate. Our TCAS is standby, off.
FedEx 5, Lima airspace to the east, radar service terminated, frequency change approved, Albuquerque Center is offline, have a good flight.
Okay, stops a little bit too early.
Alright,
that is complete. So, parking brake coming off.
You can
Correction
switch
on.
advisory on 122.8.
Switch advisory on 122.8, select 26.
Have a good flight in.
Waiting for our doors to disarm.
Thank you, I will.
There he goes. Beacon off, seatbelt signs off, emergency lights off. Fuel pumps off. And that is it. 53 minutes, our flight plan here. Let's go and disconnect. Expected us to fly for 50 minutes, so that's fine. And our extra fuel today was expected to be 3.6. We have 3.6. Perfect. Fuel is fine. Alright, I'm afraid that is it for today. Tomorrow I think I'll be streaming again with X-Plane this time, not FSX. So things will look much, much better and perform, I think, much, much better as well. Not much, much better, but pretty good. Alright, for those who watch this as a video. I appreciate it. Thank you guys, and please leave feedback if you want. I appreciate that too, and we'll see you either tomorrow or in another video. Till then, see ya. Goodbye.